This is a game changer for mobile photography. Let's talk about it. Alright, now you've probably seen tons of different filter systems out there for your phone, but this has to be the best innovation that I've seen yet. You don't have to use those clunky clip-on filters or have some massive rig attached to your phone, because the snap filters use MagSafe. And magnets, as we know, make everything better, and it blows my mind that Apple didn't think of this themselves, because it's pretty genius. But they did have a hand in the reasoning as to why this product came to be, and let's talk about the origin of it a little bit. Now, the company that makes this product is called Pan Scheme, and they were commissioned by Apple to produce a short film using an iPhone 13 Pro. And of course, with an iPhone 13 Pro, there's no manual aperture control. There's a lot of different manual control that you don't get in the built-in iPhone application, and they needed to use ND filters to make sure they got that good cinematic motion blur at 24 frames per second. And on the market, there really weren't a lot of options that were, elegant or efficient to have an ND filter on your phone. So they decided to make their own. And I believe it all started with like a 3D printed mock-up just to get through the production of the film, but they decided to mass produce these for everyone else out there that wanted to produce content using their iPhone. And I think this is pretty genius, the fact that of course it uses MagSafe. Magnets make everything better, like we said already, but this is this is the best implementation of a filter system on your mobile phone that I've ever seen. All right, now fun fact, Pan Scheme actually did reach out to me to, check out this filter system and show it to you guys and give you my thoughts and opinion on it and all that good stuff. But I actually backed this project on Kickstarter like a month before they emailed me, and I should be getting like a limited edition version of this filter system, hopefully by Christmas. But yeah, I backed this product and spent my own money, legitimately intrigued by, the product itself, because I honestly hadn't seen anything like it before. And just the fact that it was using MagSafe, I was like, man, this is genius. Apple should have done this ages ago. Why didn't they? Let me invest in this Kickstarter. And this is honestly the first Kickstarter I've ever invested in. I've never done Indiegogo or Kickstarter or anything like that. So I wanted to get this filter system because I wanted to use my iPhone more for video production, for photos, and there really aren't a lot of good options out there, and of course none that matches the quality of these guys. Now let's talk about what comes in this kit, and first and foremost you get the ND filters. Now this is neutral density. For anyone out there that doesn't know what ND filters are, essentially they give your camera shades, right? So they're shades for your camera. So in situations where it's too bright outside and you don't want to adjust your shutter speed and your ISO, you don't want to introduce noise into your image, you don't want to adjust your shutter speed to mess up the motion blur, and you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you put the ND filter over it, so that way you don't have to worry about adjusting all those other settings and you still get your cinematic blur and your image is properly exposed. These are extremely necessary when you're using applications like Filmic Pro. They give you like manual control over your camera, and these are a godsend, especially in Southern California. You need ND filters on your regular cameras, your mobile cameras, especially if you're looking to create professional looking content. So ND filters are a staple. Next, of course, we have the black mist. So this is like black pro mist. I'm actually using a diffusion filter right now. I use what is it, an eighth? I think it's the eighth. I use the eighth black pro mist. Also, I use 10% and 5% Cine Bloom for moment. So I love diffusion. It gives you a soft cinematic look to your footage. It doesn't look as harsh or digital. A lot of people like it because it looks filmic. Not necessarily like film like Hollywood movies cinematic, but like actual film. So it's softer, it adds a little more character, blooms your highlights a little bit, and it is especially beneficial for iPhone footage because of course these are smaller sensors. They produce a very digital sharp image. So with this you're actually able to soften that image a bit, give some nice bloom in the highlights, because honestly it's a dead giveaway when you're looking at iPhone footage because it's over sharpened, it's digital and kind of choppy looking. But this solves that problem. Next filter we have is the cross star filter. Now this is more of a stylized filter, something that you may see in people's like concert photography. Pretty much turns any circular light that's like the bokeh in the background into a star. So that way you get a cool glimmering, shimmering kind of stylistic choice. The next two filters we have are kind of in the anamorphic family. You have the blue streak and also the gold streak, and they come in horizontal or vertical. So that way, if you want to shoot vertical content, you can still get those horizontal anamorphic streaks. So essentially, if you guys don't know what anamorphic is or anamorphic lenses are, essentially they have like these unique characteristics, right? You have interesting oval bokeh, you have a different wider field of view, and of course you also have flares. So with these flares, they normally come in a few different colors. You have blue, gold, neutral, which is kind of mimicking the light that's in the scene. So they kind of adapt to whatever color the light is, but essentially you get like a streak, and some are more aggressive than others. Some people like subtle streaks, some people like super dramatic streaks, but yeah, they give you a cool streak. I don't like these filters too much because, like I said, some people like the aggressive streak look. I'm not a big fan of the aggressive streak. I like more like light leaks. I like those kind of like different kind of flares. I don't like just streaks across the image, but in certain situations they may be good. I might use them in the future for any upcoming mobile productions that I plan on filming. Now, the dead giveaway, whenever you get any of these filters, whether it's a clip-on filter or any of these mobile filters, right? They're all cheaply made. You can get them for extremely cheap on Amazon. But with these, they are super high quality. Now, this is probably the most premium camera filter I've ever seen for an iPhone or any phone for that matter. Everything's made from durable metal. The lenses are using, like I said, cinema grade glass, and also has great multi-coating finishes, so that way there's no color shifting with your NDs. And also, the dopest thing about this, on the back of this metal mounting plate is like a silicone rubber pad, so that way when you attach it through MagSafe on your phone, it doesn't scratch the back of your phone. Which leads me to one of the biggest downsides of this filter system, is that you have to use it without a case right now. Now, like I said, I do back this project on Kickstarter, and there has been communication that they are working on a case. So that's pretty dope. And there aren't any cases out there on the market that work with this mounting system, but to know that it's in the works and it's coming, and it's something that's a priority for them, is pretty dope, because not everybody wants to run around with their phone without a case. And then also having to take off your case and put on the filter to take an image is kind of cumbersome. So I'm happy to report that they are working on that. It's not here yet, but you will have the option to buy a case to go with this as well in the future. But yeah, I really don't have any other cons with this. This is super dope. I wish someone would have thought of it sooner, because back in the day when I was super intrigued, in filming mobile content, and these cameras are getting so much better, I could have used something like this, and I can use it now. Don't get it wrong. I can use it now, and I will be using it now. This is so satisfying. Like, this is super dope. And like I said, if any of you guys are serious about capturing mobile content, creating mobile content on the go, I know a lot of influencers out there are creating content strictly on their iPhones because they can now. These phones are amazing. They take amazing images, amazing video, especially the iPhone with the video. This is a no-brainer for anyone out there that's creating mobile content. Get you a set of these. I'll leave links down below to everything where you can get them and all that good stuff. But check them out. They're super dope. Until next time, it's been a pleasure. Peace.